So number 2, a line passes through the point -1, 7 has a slope of -4/5. So let me just talk about point slope, because I gave you the point and I gave you the slope. If I give you the point, or if you're given the point and the slope, I should just say it's me. Here's -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -1, 7, it has a slope of -4/5. It means it just goes, remember this is rise over run. So let's say it sinks 4 every time it runs 5. Whoops. So down 4 for every time it runs 5. So the equation looks something like that. But the nice thing about linear equations is that anytime you have a point and a slope, you can represent the entire set of points on that line. And that's what the point-slope form. The point-slope form is if you have a point, so in this case, -1, 7, and a slope, -4/5. Remember, oh, by the way, some of you don't know what OR means. It means slope-intercept standard or point slope. Or does not mean and. I don't want it in all these forms. I want you to decide. Okay, so we have the slope, we have a point. If we have those two things, we just write y minus our y value, which is 7, is equal to -4/5, so that's our slope, times x minus a -1, so I'm going to just change that to a +1. If you were to take this form and use good algebra, which I doubt 90% of you have at this moment right now, if you were to take this equation right here, you could manipulate it into ax plus by is equal to c. You could manipulate it into this form and find the, you just, from this form you would be able to read the y and the x intercepts, and you could also get it into this form, y equals mx plus b. Right? If you know this is the form that you're headed for, you could get it into this form. That's what you should be able to do. But I asked for one of these, so there you go right there. Okay, a line satisfies the following equality. -2y minus 3 is equal to 1/3 plus x. This was an absolute mess for a lot of you. Okay, so I am going to give you my method. And I am not saying that your method is invalid. Okay? But I am saying that my method is absolutely better. And you'll see why right away. As soon as you see any fractions in here, look at the common denominator, the least common denominator. Well, there's only one fraction, and that's 3. Okay? This will help you avoid all of those crazy algebra mistakes. Algebra 1 mistakes I saw people make. What if we multiply everything by 3? That's completely valid. I'm still respecting this equality. I'm treating both sides equally. I am multiplying both sides by 3. I am multiplying both sides by 3. Believing in distributing. Okay, ready? 3 times -2y is -6y. 3 times -3 is -9. That's equal to 3 times 1/3 is 1 plus 3x. This is going to be real easy to solve, right? Plus 9, add 9 to both sides. I'm sorry, I put 3y. That should be 3x. Add 9 to both sides. Oh, and by the way, we're headed towards, I asked for slope-intercept form. We're headed towards this form. What does this mean? Y is on one side of the equation, and everything else, all that other stuff, is on the other side. So look, laser focus on this y right here. Okay? I'm laser focused on that y. I'm going to do it in the least number of steps. Okay, adding 9 to both sides, we get negative 6y is equal to 10 plus 3x. Still not in this form. What if we divide both sides by negative 6? I'll write it like this, negative 6, because a lot of you divided 10 by negative 6 and then just left this 3x alone. So this is negative 6y over negative 6 is y is equal to 10 over negative 6, that's negative 5/3, plus 3x over negative 6, that's negative 1/2. X. Don't let that x disappear. We're still not done because we want to get it in y equals mx plus b form. Y is equal to negative 1/2 x. All I'm doing is reordering terms. Minus 5/3. And you're done. And have a great weekend, etc., etc.,